I just switched on my television, and what I was seeing there is unacceptable, and also convinced me to see more reasons why it is better even to give autonomy to the local government. I switched on my television and I saw the news reporters reporting where the religious group clashed with police, and about three police officers was unalived. And I said to myself, why would such a thing happen in a democratic and such a unique country like Nigeria? I listened to the news reporters and they say, is it Shiite Muslim or what do they call themselves? They clashed with the police in Abuja. And about two police officers was unalived and many was injured. And I must also say it that the reporter said that some members of the religious group also was wounded, but there was no evidence to that. But what we saw on the television was police cars, about three of police cars was burnt down, and some of their members was unalived. And I said to myself, why would such a thing happen? And the news reporters went ahead to say that the Sunni Muslims are at war with is it Shiite Muslims, the two groups of Muslims. And they are using the state security officers. I mean, they are using the government boys to fight one another. I am not Muslim and I am not supporting anybody fighting with another person in a country where we all swear an allegiance to defend the constitution and to live peaceful as citizens. But here we are, a lot of things are happening. How can you tell me that such thing is happening in my country that I consider as non-religious country? That's why, in my opinion, I still strongly believe that 1960-63 Constitution is the best because at that time, Eastern government was allowed to have her own embassy overseas and represent themselves as a nation or perhaps as a group of people. The Westerners was also allowed to have their own embassies abroad. Likewise, the Northerners. So you in the North that think that religion should be the first thing to apply in everywhere you are, you can go ahead and do your thing. That's your lifestyle, and everybody got to respect it. Likewise, in the West, if you choose to be so religious to forget that there is some people in the society that does not even believe that God exists. Have you forgotten that? Not every Nigerians believe in the existence of God. So why are you using your religions to disturb them? You shouldn't. You should give them respect their space, right? Even in that same Nigeria, it is provable that almost 60% of the population are Christians or non-religious believers. But you guys are using your faith to disturb the masses. We don't want that in our society. We are looking forward to build a society that is prosperous economically and militarily and is respected abroad like every other nation. Why are we all jackparing to other countries? What is happening there? What do they have in that nation that we don't have in ours? Where we are, we eat only rice. But back home, we have cassava, we have yam, we have potato, we have corn, we have, in fact, white yam, green, brown yam, a lot of foods. But here we are, none of that is here. We only eat rice, rice, rice. The only stew you can make comfortably here is tomato. We cannot make all our delicious soup that we used to prepare back home. And I want to remind you, all of us are thirsty to come back. But because of the shenanigans you guys are doing there, how can a nation, you know, put more effort in fighting a religious war than building a vibrant community, thriving economically? The country has abandoned to build what is necessary in a society. But the order of the day is to fight religious war and to defend religious organizations to defend those who share the same ideology with you. But it is provable that it is impossible for all of us to share the same ideology. Even in your family, you might disagree with your children and they might disagree with you. And the same thing goes to husband and wife. That's why you've seen a lot of divorce in the court today. But it's not like, oh, Paul, are you supporting divorce and all that? No, that's not where I stand. I'm against it to the highest level because I am somebody who likes family. That's how I was brought up. But I'm saying that it is very good and it is very healthy to disagree sometimes. So you don't use because somebody disagree with you, you use the security personnel to go against them. And don't forget, I am 100% against any group that unalives our officers. These officers are husbands, these officers are fathers, these officers are sons, these officers have family, for goodness sake. And don't forget, the states are not going to do anything for this family. So how do you want this family to feel? Have you put yourself in their shoe? Brothers and sisters, do not allow any pastor, any reverend father, any imam, any religious leader to use you to destroy your own economy, destroy your own nation, destroy your own country. The vehicle that you destroyed today will not be replaced again. We know where we come from. The police officer you unalived today might not be replaced again. And so the population of the security officers will be diminishing, reducing day by day. And we know the real threat we face in the nation is not the religious group, is not who share the same religious identity.